Welcome to the channel. If you're tired of cleaning out your gutters, today I'll show you how to install gutter guards. Let's get to it. If you're thinking about installing gutter guards to your gutters, you need to know you can't just buy any kind. The type of leaves will determine what kind you need to get. Some guards have wider holes than others. If you get the wrong kind, you could be trading one problem for another. For example, if you have pine needles, the needles could get stuck in the large holes, clogging your gutters anyway. So choose wisely, my friend. You also need to know how wide your gutters are and how long. To play it safe and block every kind of leaf, I went with this kind from R&G Components on Amazon. I'll have the links below, along with all the tools I'm using to do this install. I went with this kind because of the quality and the design. My gutters are not that wide, and the problem I have with other gutter guards is the install procedure they recommend to install it. They want you to lift your roofing shingles, then tuck the guard under it. Well, my shingles are glued down, so that won't work for me. Or they want you to tuck it under the drip edge. The way my setup is, this won't work for me because the gutter guard will not have the right angle and the brackets holding the gutter are in the way. But with this kind of guard, because it's flat, I can put double-sided tape here, bend it, then stick it to the drip edge. The other end I can screw to the gutter. Gutter guards from big box stores have this channel here. It's not flat, so you can't apply 3M tape. The other end does have the 3M tape, but it isn't flat. They want you to stick this end down to the edge of the gutter. To stick it to the gutter, I'm going to use the same 3M weatherproof double-sided tape. This is the same tape the auto industry uses to hold trim down on the vehicle, so I know it can withstand any kind of weather. Another thing I noticed is when I put one of the pieces on the gutter to see how it looks, I noticed the silver edge stuck out like a sore thumb against my white drip edge. So for that, I'm going to spray the edge of the guard white. Here's everything you're going to need to attach the gutter guard with this method. You'll need your gutter guards, 3M double-sided tape, white spray paint, the bag of screws and drill bit that came with the gutter guards, some rubbing alcohol, I have it in a spray bottle, some masking tape, a rag, drills, measuring tape, 10 snips, a ladder, straight edge, gloves, and a Sharpie marker. Like I said, I'll have all of this in the link in the description below. The first thing to do is prep the gutter guard. With the rubbing alcohol and the rag, clean the front and back of the gutter guard edge that will get bent and stuck to the drip edge. Clean the front so the paint can stick to it. Clean the back so the double-sided tape can stick to it. It's easier to do this now before you bend it. Stick the double-sided tape to the back. This is the back. Flip it over, put masking tape on the screen part of the guard. 2-inch wide masking tape will work great, but I have 1 inch, so I'll have to add another strip to widen the application. The reason for this is to not let paint get on the screen. The holes are so small that the paint could clog the holes. Now I can bend this up, then paint it. Do this in a well-ventilated place. I did this one for show. I have my garage door open. The rest I'll paint outside. Once you paint it, set it to the side. This paint states that it dries in 8 minutes. I will apply a second coat in about 10 minutes. When it dries, remove the tape. Do this for all your pieces. With all the pieces prepped, the next step is to clean out your gutters. Now I can go ahead with the install. This bend in the guard lets the guard sit perfect on the gutter like this. It also helps hold the guard in place, freeing up your hands to put the screws in it. I decided to start at the inside corner. I didn't want to start at the end, then get to the corner and have to use a super small piece. The corners are a little bit more difficult to install than the end of the gutter. Here's how the instructions state how to cut the inside and outside corners. The outside corner looks similar. You need to set the guard in place to mark the cut. As you can see, this splash guard has to get removed. It's attached with 4/4 inch hex head screws. Unscrew it and set it to the side. I'll put it back later. Put the guard in place. I want this to be more up, but you see that the little piece on the drip edge is keeping it from going up. So I'll cut this right here on an angle. Mark it, then cut it with 10 snips. Check for the fit again. It looks good. Set the next one in place. Now I can mark where I need to cut it. I took it down and set it up on a table to finish marking it. I think I'm going to cut it like this. It's also easier to cut down here. When I put it together, it will be like this. The instruction says to cut both, but I think I'm only going to cut one. I think it'll be fine. Before I set it back in place, I'm going to clean the drip edge where the gutter guard is going to stick to. Again, I'm going to use the rag with rubbing alcohol. Lay out the guard so you know how far you need to clean the drip edge for this one piece. The same for this side. You can even spray the drip edge yourself, then wipe it. Set the pieces back in place. I had to trim a little off right here. Okay, that's good. When I screw this down, I need to make sure this stays up. Now take a small part of the backing of the tape off. Not too much. You only want enough to where you can grab it when you set it in place. Now set it in place without having it stick. Once you have it in place, stick it to the drip edge. With your other hand, you can hold the gutter guard to make sure it's going to stick where you want it to. Now you should be able to finish pulling the backing of the tape off as you stick it down, all while making sure it's in the correct position on the drip edge. Do a little at a time. Looking at it, I should be able to screw the splash guard back on. I got this side on to check the fit. I decided to cut this piece square. It was a better fit with that piece cut off. Now I was able to remove it and remove some of the backing. Again, set it in place without letting it stick. Once it's in place, you can stick it down. Again, removing a little at a time as I stick it down. Here's an example of what I'm dealing with. The trees around here give out these little things right here. That's why I got the guards with the little holes. Anyway, the corner's looking good. Now I can screw the splash guard back on. I'll screw through the splash guard and the gutter guard right into the gutter. Just make sure the splash guard is sitting flush with the gutter in the front. Once it's on, finish screwing down the gutter guards. Now follow the same process until you get to the end of the gutter. Clean the drip edge. Set the new piece in place. To put the joint together, put this under this part. Then slide the new piece over like this. Butt it up to the other one. Make sure it's up all the way. This seam looks good. With the guard set in place, I can remove the backing off the tape on this end, then work my way towards the joint. Now put screws in it and move on to the next section. I found the screws that came with the gutter guard gave me a hard time drilling through the gutter, so I decided to use my regular drill with a 1/16 drill bit to make the hole before putting in the screw. It worked out much better. The gutter guards has these indentations. I'm guessing it's for your screws, but I'm only going to put screws at every other one and at the butt joints. Okay, so you see I have a splash guard at the end of my gutter on this side too. So I'm going to take it off for now. Again, clean the drip edge. Clean out any leaves. Set the guard in place. We are going to put that up against there. Set it in place. So we got that in place where it needs to be. That sticking out. So now let's go to this corner and see how we gotta cut this. Okay, so this is what we got right here. So I need to cover this gap up. And you see where it's hitting right here. Keeping it from going all the way up. This is the first thing we gotta do right here. Okay, so this already been cut. So I'll just do it like that. That's what my gap's looking like. From there to there, you got 2 inches. Then another half, 3/8. Lip here. So this is where I need to put my line. So it wasn't recording, so let me show you how I did this. This was the mark I made. So now on this mark I measured 2 inches of space and then another 1/2 inch to tuck under, to bend, to fold. So I marked 1/2 inch here, cut that off. Okay, now we cut this. Cut this one. Now this can get bent. That. And this too can get bent. So this is the gist of it. So you can see that. Now let's go see how it fit. Okay, so I set it in place. Show you. And then this is how the corner came out. So you see it's tucked under here. For the back, I folded this part inward. You can see the red tape there. I could cut it right here and then fold that downward, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, now I can take the tape off over here and finish sticking it down, and this will stay just like that. Okay. So I started taking the tape out, pushed it in. Now I'll slowly take the tape off, the same procedure as before. Reinstall the splash guard. Here's what it's looking like. It came out pretty good. Okay, now for the other end with no splash guard. For this side, I measured for the piece. I added 3 inches to the measurement to account for the bend. You could just set it up there and mark it, but it was going to stick out too far for me. I didn't want to fight with it. Okay, so I got it set in place. Got my joint butted up. Make sure this is all the way up. Okay, and I'm gonna measure it. Looks like about 2 3/8. Then I'm going to mark it. I'm gonna put from this edge. Yeah. Let's see what else I should mark. I see it's hitting this right here, so cut that out. And that goes up to here. So here's what this thing is. I cut out the piece that's going to hit the drip edge. Measured out the 2 3/8 plus a half. Cut it and bend it like so. This is what it should look like. Now let's put it up and see what it's looking like. It looks good. And here it is, screwed down and stuck to the drip edge. Here's what the whole gutter install looks like. And here's what it looks like from the ground. It looks way better painted white. Anyway, I hope this video helped you out. Don't forget to hit that like, bell, and subscribe button for me. Until next time, peace.